Hey everybody, thanks for watching our training video, Richard Hale, with Teaching Online Business. Finally got this training done. I've been working on it for a little bit. We've been so busy here lately, reworking our workshop and even our mastermind group, getting some things done there. But I wanted to create a free training video that you can get immense value from. And I think this will help you a ton. If you're struggling to grow and scale your business, this is going to help. If you're struggling to get consistent clients in daily, consistent leads from your prospects daily, this is going to help. If you are not making the type of money you want to make, this is going to help. If you can't predict the type of income that you can make, this is going to help. I'm going over the 5 key processes in my business, and I can't believe I'm even doing this because I've never seen anybody really dial down to the detail like this that I'm going to give to you, but I will. What I will suggest though is our full training webinar. It's 80 minutes long, but it's worth every second, and you can find that at teachingonlinebusiness.com/webinar, where I lay out the whole process of our main sales funnel, our main lead generating machine funnel, whatever terminology you want to use. Watch that training. It is life changing, and it's absolutely free. Again, teachingonlinebusiness.com/webinar. So excited about this. So why don't we get into it? 5 processes that every client business must have if you want to grow and scale to 6 and 7 figures. So, number 1, consistent prospects to leads process. You need a consistent stream of prospects coming into your website daily, right? If you don't have this in place, you're never going to be able to grow and scale your business. Now, we have a front end and back end process. If you watch any of my training videos already, you know I'm a huge fan of Facebook ads. There's 3 main reasons. For number 1, it works, right? It really works. If you failed at Facebook ads, I would suggest coming over to Teaching Online Business. Watch some of our free training because you're missing something. There's something that you're doing wrong. There's something that you just don't understand. Get over there and get some free training. Number 2, ROI. When I put $1 into Facebook, I'm getting $5, $10 back, anywhere between that area. So I know if I spend $10,000, I can make $50, $60, $70, $80,000. I got it dialed in like that. Now, that's a process to dial it in like that, and that's something that in our workshop we really dive deep into the details. So it's the Kimmer workshop. That's the methodology that I use, that I base my whole program on, and that's what we offer. But I'm not here to do any productions, promotions, whatever you want to call it. Just want to talk about this front end, back end process. Front end, we're driving paid traffic. Why is this important? For number 1, I like using Facebook because it is by far the best advertising platform out there. Nothing else compares. Number 2, I can find my target prospects. 90 to 95% of you will be able to find your target audience on Facebook. Out of probably nearly 100 clients now, I think we've used something else only once, and it was just one of those weird niches that we really didn't dial in on Facebook, and we had to use another source, but we eventually found out something that worked. But for 90 to 95% of you, almost all of you watching right now, you'll be able to find your target audience on Facebook. So I can automate this whole process. Think about how much time right now you spend trying to find new leads and new clients. Think about that. Think about the content that you're creating. Are you doing blogs? Are you doing podcasts? Are you doing video? Are you doing networking? Are you attending events? How's that working for you right now? If you're struggling to get consistent clients, that's one problem. For me, I don't have to spend any of my time trying to find my next client. Why? Because I have this whole process on the front end automated. I leverage Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I let my ads, I pay for the traffic. It's an automated process. So my prospects come to me. I'm not chasing them, nor am I spending time trying to create the content to attract them. I use paid traffic. That is one process that I leverage, and it gives me time. I have so much free time right now, it's crazy, because I remember working 80 to 90 hours a week trying to grow my SEO agency. And you're going to have a lot of time once you have this process in place in your business and you really get it dialed in. It takes a little bit of work to dial in. And it's one of the biggest reasons people fail at Facebook ads is because they give up too quick. I've seen it over and over again. So I don't believe anybody that tells me Facebook ads don't work, because I know they're full of BS. They work. It's just a process that you have to learn. You almost have to fail, but fail forward, not backwards, right? Fail forward. Get in there, test it out, see what works, see what doesn't. Keep trying, but don't give up. Anyway, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads, these are our front end processes that we're using to bring our targeted prospects into our environment. Our back end process, this is where all the magic happens. Now, we're a high ticket offer at Teaching Online Business. Our lowest end product is a $5,000 8-week client business course where we teach client business owners the whole 9 yards of how they can grow and scale from, and a lot of them only making 3, 4, 5, 10,000, bare minimum trying to get them to $25,000 to $50,000 a month through an 8-week workshop. That is our bottom product. Then we have a $10,000 product, which is our one-on-one coaching, and then we have a $25,000 product, which is our mastermind group. So in the back end, it's important because when you're charging high ticket, everybody's not going to come through your whole sales funnel and convert on the other end. Now, we do have people that go through that process, but it's rare. So we depend on the back end. This is how we maximize our traffic from the front end to the back end, because the back end is what counts. This is where we nurture them, build a relationship with them, allow our leads to get to know us on a personal and professional level through email marketing, right? That's why we get the name and email. We use ActiveCampaign, but it's not about the tool. I know a lot of you may have this mindset that it is about the tool, but I promise you, it's not. It's about the process. The process is the same no matter what business you're in, especially with high ticket. We have a 30 to 40 day window that it usually takes our leads to become a client. It's a 30 to 40 day window, so a month and a half on average for them to see us on Facebook. Because remember, this is code traffic. The traffic I'm talking about, Facebook, it's code traffic. When it's code traffic, they don't know you. And if you want Facebook ads to work and make the big bucks, you're going to have to target code traffic. So you have to make sure you can get in front of this prospect. When they sign up, become a lead, and from there, it's all about building a relationship, showing them that you are an expert, you are an authority, you are credible, sharing case studies, sharing client videos, social proof, and different things like that. Also in our prospects, remember, the time is time. Think about your time. Time you're never going to get back. Time is the most valuable asset anybody has. Money can be replaced. Time cannot. Anything in your business that can save you time is worth doing. This is why we have processes and systems. Now, another deeper level in saving time and in our process is taking our leads These are our actual leads, the names and emails we collect, and running them through a process where the bad leads fall out and only the good leads come through, fill out an application, schedule an appointment to talk with us. We have that process in place. It's an added protection. And again, how much time do you spend on the phone with clients that don't even sign up? Think about that. Just what I've mentioned in this first section. We could be talking about 20 hours a week for you, 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week. This is a lot of time just in this one foundational piece. And you can see how important this leverage is. Imagine if you can save 30 hours a week, 20 hours a week, 40, 50 hours a week that you can save by having this simple foundational piece in your business. Very, very important. That is having the consistency of prospects coming into your website daily, creating leads daily, creating new clients daily, despite whatever you're charging. So, that's a very important piece. Put that in your business, and I guarantee you will save a lot of time. Number 2, for those of you that don't charge enough money, this is a big one. I did it in my career. I was charging hourly. And when I charged a rate, it was low. Much lower than I care to admit, to be honest with you. Then my mindset changed. I started focusing on not the time that it took, but the result that I could give somebody. That result is powerful. That result is your leverage. You should never ever charge per hour ever again. Never do it. Now, you have to be able to give somebody a result, right? You can't just charge high ticket and not get them the results. You have to be able to get somebody a result. But if you own a client business and you're getting your client amazing results, or just results in general, you can charge high ticket. You are worth it. Now, the mindset, it's a tricky thing. You have to have the right mindset coming into this. But I want you to know, again, if you can give somebody results, you can charge high ticket. What is high ticket? Well, I would say high ticket starts at a bottom of $5,000, but $2,000, $3,000, that could be considered high ticket too. Usually, when you're talking about $5,000, that's usually somebody you're going to have to get on the phone to close. Now, we've had a few that has came through the process, emailed us and said, hey, where do we pay at? That's always good to have, but in our process, it's different. We just don't put a sales page up and anybody can buy. We just don't work that way. We're authentic, and we want to make sure that our clients, for one, are a great fit, and number 2, that our clients, we can get them results. That's the 2 things that we look for anybody that signs up, schedules a phone call with us, and fills out our application. We want to make sure they're a good fit. We want to make sure we can get them results. If we can't, we usually take them through a process where we guide them and get them to where they need to be, and then they can reapply and become a client. So if you're interested in that, you can go to teachingonlinebusiness.com/apply, and we can get on the phone with you and see what goes on. But that's just the process we have in place. Again, our bottom product is a $5,000 workshop. Now, you have to, and here's the thing. For one, when you charge that much, you have much bigger profit margins. So, you have more marginal error. For example, when we're running Facebook ads, we know we can spend up to $2,500 to get just one new client, and we'll make $2,500. So a 2-to-1 return. Right now we're spending about $1,000 and we're making 5. So we're at a 5-to-1 ROI with our Facebook ads. And to be honest, Facebook ads are like having an ATM. I know I can put $1 in and I can get $5 back. The process to get there is a little tricky, even for those of you that know Facebook ads. But once you have a system dialed in, like the sky's the limit. There's days we do 12-to-1, even as high as 20-to-1, which is incredible ROI for our profit margins. But it needs to be results driven, and I want you to remember that, because you can't charge somebody $5,000 and not get them results. Everybody that comes through your funnel is not just going to hand over $5,000 like that. That's why it's important, like I said earlier, to have that back-end process. But charging that price, it's a lot to do with mindset more than anything. Because here's the thing. We solved a major problem in somebody's life. That's worth a lot of money. And this is the way you have to look at it. So for those of you that are doing consulting and helping businesses grow, helping them make an additional $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, or if you're helping somebody lose 30 pounds and it shapes their mindset where they gain their confidence, they gain their swag back, right? That's worth a high ticket price. But it's also perceived value. And I'm getting ready to talk about that in the third foundational piece. But before I go, look, in order for you to grow and scale, you need to be in high ticket offer. Now, I know everybody's goal is not 7 figures, which is $83,000 a month. I know some of you would be happy just to make $10,000 a month, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what your goal is, if that really is your goal, then I'll be happy for you. I hope you make your $10,000 a month. But for everybody else that wants more, if you want to grow and scale the quickest route possible, start charging what you're really worth. And if you're giving somebody results, you're worth that $5,000, $3,000, $10,000, whatever it may be. You're worth every penny. And I want you to know it. And I sincerely mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are worth that value. And you have to value yourself the same. Number 3, and this is a big one too. Your offer is wrong. So, if your offer is not packaged and created correctly, it is a big issue. Nobody will buy it. They will not see the perceived value in this offer. So, let me back down a little bit and talk about crafting and packaging and using leverage such as social proof, results, to get this crystal clear clarity of what you do. Number 1, you are a product of what you attract. Okay? So your personality, the verbiage you use, everything you do to create content, you're going to find that the way you act, your personality, these are going to be the same people you attract. Okay? So it's important that you do attract the right type of person, the right type of prospect, and the right type of leads that become clients. Back this up. Okay, step number 3. Your offer. 1, 2. Okay, foundation number 3. your offer is wrong. When I'm talking about an offer, what I'm referring to is not your free offer to get prospects to become leads. I'm talking about your core offer, your core product, the way it's packaged, the way people view it. Perceived value plays a huge role. When your clients or your audience sees the value in what you offer, the price point becomes less of an obstacle. For example, with our $5,000 workshop, you may be at the point where you think, man, that's a lot to charge. Well, hear me out. We charge people a one-time fee for this, and they get access to our 8-week course. Now, for many people, $5,000, when you see that, you're like, wow, that is too much money. But once they go along our process and they see the people we've helped, the case studies where these people have paid $5,000 and they're making $5,000 more a month, $20,000 a month. Some of our clients are now making over $200,000 a month using our process. We've taught them that. We utilize this and leverage this, especially on our back end, but we also do in the front end because we're trying to attract the right prospects. Our right prospect is a person that has a business, has a successful business, but they haven't had the ability to grow and scale. Because we can't just help everybody. If you don't have a business in place, more than likely we can't help you. We can guide you, but we're not going to be able to help you as in our workshop, which is our bottom level. And you have to go through that to get to the $10,000 one-on-one and $25,000 mastermind. You have to start at the Camel Workshop because it's a process. It's a 3-step process. But the way we present our offer, what big thing that we do is we show them the cost of doing nothing. So, and this is a big, I'll call it an awakening more than some kind of mindset trick or mindset philosophy. But when you think about where you are, and for many of you that are struggling, that's a major problem in your life, right? And when you can solve a major problem, people care less and less about the price point. They just want to get rid of the damn problem. So the more of your content, and content referring to anything that you do, the more you can bring that problem up, the easier the process is going to be for your prospects to become clients. Does that make sense? So we try to show them how much value our product has at a $5,000 price point by showing them how much money they're missing out on if they would take our service. Multiple thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to their revenue, to their bottom line per month. Not just yearly, but we're talking about increases of, times 10, times 20, times 30 ROI from where they are right now, monthly. When we do this, our $5,000 price point, it's no longer an obstacle because they see the value in what we offer. And you need to do the same thing for your core offer. Now, it's important to be crystal clear about what you do. So you have to be careful with the content that you put out. And I'm talking about landing pages, email copy, ad copy. I'm talking about videos, podcasts, whatever you do, because you don't want to attract the wrong people. You want to attract the right people. And the way you do that is by showing them. Don't expect them to find out on themselves. You need to show them the cost of doing nothing. You need to show them just how valuable your service is. And the more on point that your content is, the less they're going to worry. They're going to have more clarity. They're going to know exactly who you are, exactly what you do, and exactly what you offer. And that's clarity. That's what I'm referring to when I say clarity. So, let's talk about perceived value. There is ways that you can do this. If you do have a landing page and your clients or prospects, they can go through the process of buying. If you do have that type of model in place, it's important that the perceived value is much more than what you're charging for. Now with us, it's different because we don't promote a sales page. Again, ours is going through an application process before we even bring on a client. We vet them probably more than they vet us. But the reason we do this is to help them. Now, I know a lot of people will just put a sales page up and take anybody's money. We're not like that. If we can't help you, we'll tell you. But if we can't help you, we'll also guide you to your next step. And a lot of you have been in the same scenario you are for years. Even some of our new clients have. I'll use Dave as an example. Dave, I think, had 20 years of where he was making around the same price point. Can you imagine that? Making the same amount of money for 20 years. If he was making $20,000, $30,000 a month, it would have been alright for him. But he was only making $4,000 a month, and he had been making this for decades. That is a long time. So you don't want to be in that boat. Again, if you're happy to be at that consistent level, more power to you. More power to you, and I'm happy that you're making it. But if you want to level up, if you want to go to that next level, you have to package and create value around your offer. That way when they see your price point, or you tell them your price point, or you get them on the phone and tell them the price point, it's not an obstacle. You never want your price point to be an obstacle. And the way to get around that is by showing them the value and also showing them the cost of doing nothing. Number 4, no market and demand. Now, this is another one that I see a lot. And it sucks because some people spend a lot of time and a lot of money creating their core offers, but they make the mistake of not validating it with the market first. What do I mean by that? I mean taking a product and presenting it to the market and seeing how it does. Is this a market that's going to work? Is there demand for that type of product? And if so, let's test it. Let's put up a landing page. We don't want to build the core product yet because we don't know if it's going to work. Why would you bring something to market if you don't know it's going to work? And I know I'm not trying to be cruel about that, but it's the truth. You always want to know for sure, or at least 80% chance that this will take off. You want to know that before you build that out. How do you sell something that you haven't built? It's simple. You tell them exactly what's going on. Hey, this is Rick with Teaching Online Business. We just built a new Facebook ads course. Here's everything that you're going to get because we do the framework, right? We do the framework of this offer, but we do a pre-sale, and we can take it to our audience, pre-sell it. If it takes off, we can build that back in as we go. And it's pretty cool to do it like that because you're actually getting paid to do it. because you're pre-selling it. So you always want to validate before you go to market, and you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that just think something's going to work. They build it, they put it out there, they've invested their time, they've invested their money, and it just falls flat on its ass. It just doesn't take off. And you don't want that. And I don't want that for you, because guilty. Yes, I am. I'm guilty. I did that once. I learned from my mistake. Never do that. Never do it. Always validate it first. Now, with a high ticket offer, another reason that we like doing that is because there's more opportunity with a high ticket offer. And you want it to be related. You want your bottom core product to be related to your next product. That way, let me take me as an example again. Our Camel Workshop is a $5,000 8-week course. Now, it's for client businesses. All of our products are for client business. Once somebody graduates from that, the next step up for them is a one-on-one coaching at $10,000, where they can get one-on-one help from me, and I'm able to help them dial in anything that needs dialed in for them to have the ability to take it up a notch and grow and scale even bigger. Now, from there, we also have a $25,000 product mastermind, where they're able to come in. We do group calls, we do one-on-one work, and I've found it helpful when you're in this big group. You get to see what everybody else is doing, and this is such an awesome group. Well worth the $25,000, I may add. But when you're in this group setting and you get to hear everybody's feedback, what they're doing, what worked for them, what didn't work for them, it is life-changing. And it's so beneficial to be in a group like that. Only costs $25,000 one-time fee. We've had this up for 8 months so far, and no plans of slowing down. It continues to grow. It's grown so much that we have 2 masterminds now, but it's awesome to have that. So this is our community, and it's very, very important to have that. But it gives us more opportunities to do things like that. And having a high ticket offer, it's those profit margins. You know, if you're only charging hourly, how in the world will you ever be able to grow and scale? You need cash flow so you can do different things, so you can start hiring a team. Many of you are spending how much time on your business right now? 30 hours a week, 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week. That's just way, way too much. How much time do I spend? Work probably 10 hours a week on average. But I've been doing 15, 20 because we've been doing a lot more things, having new exciting things coming up and stuff like that. But always make sure there is demand and market for any service or product you release. And I just told you how. Validate it first. Okay, number 5, our last foundational piece, accelerated sales and growth. What does that mean? Well, the quickest way for anybody to grow is accelerated learning. Learning from someone that is where you want to be. This is why we do mentoring. This is why we do our mastermind. And we have all these processes in place. Look, when I first started, the biggest mistake I ever made was going at it alone. Why did I do it? Well, I guess I kind of viewed everybody as competition, which was dumb. But I took pride in the fact that I figured a lot of things out on my own. But in the same process, it stunted my growth, my personal development, because I didn't have somebody to learn from. That's really what makes our workshop, our coaching, and our mastermind worth every penny. Because you don't know what you don't know, right? And if you're struggling to get clients, if you're struggling to grow and scale, if you're struggling to make $25,000, $50,000 a month, if that's your goal, why not learn from somebody that's already there? That's what makes the best sense. And that's what I did. After 9 years of trying to grow my SEO agency on my own, I finally tapped out and I finally hired a mentor. And I had such an incredible experience working with my mentor that I hired another one. And it's a big price to pay, but it's worth every penny because it's took me from here to there. What I know now, and it accelerated. For what I know now, if I didn't have mentors, it would have probably took me 5 years to learn on my own. Maybe even 7, 8 years. Hell, maybe even longer. Who knows? But my point is, you need to learn from somebody that's already where you want to be in life, already where you want to be in your business. And that's why we recommend our workshop, recommend the Teaching Online Business community. And again, I'm not trying to pitch our product. It's not about that. It's just the fact that if you get a mentor, you're going to cut your learning curve at least in half. And it's probably going to be a lot more, especially if you get the right mentor. So whether you come with us, become a part of our mentoring group, or you go find a mentor somewhere else, it doesn't matter. You need it. You need that accelerated learning. That way, it's going to accelerate your sales. It's going to accelerate your growth, your business. That's what you need to do. And that, by far, was the big awakening that I went through personally. Again, after 9 years of learning on my own. And from there, everything changed. That was huge for me. And I know how powerful it can be for you. And that's why I recommend it. So, those are the big 5 foundational pieces that have played a huge part in me growing my business. So I hope you found a ton of value from this training video, and I hope you take it to heart, because if you can implement those 5 things into your business, it's going to take you to a whole nother level. I promise you. It's been the same 5 foundational pieces that we've put into other businesses. Working across multiple industries, multiple niches, it doesn't matter. Our system is proven, our system works. Take those 5 foundational pieces and get them into your business. Implement them as soon as you can, and you're going to see huge differences in your business. Lastly, again, if you haven't seen our training webinar, I can't recommend it enough. It's literally changing lives. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is go to teachingonlinebusiness.com/webinar to get signed up. So I appreciate you taking time to watch my video, and literally I hope you walk away with a ton of value, as others have with this training. So appreciate your time always. And again, hopefully you find what you need. You're able to grow and scale your business. If you need help, if you need us to do it for you, get on the phone. Schedule a time to talk with us. Let us help your business. teachingonlinebusiness.com/apply. APPLY. teachingonlinebusiness.com/apply. Get over there, schedule time to talk with us. Let's get on the phone. Let's lay it all out. Fill out your application. Be honest. Please. We vet you. I'm warning you right now. We vet you probably more than you vet us. But we have to. We're protecting you in the process. We want to make sure we can help you first. That's all. And to me, that's courteous because, again, a lot of people will just take your money and run. It doesn't matter if they can help you or not. There's people out there like that. So get the help you need. Get on the phone with us. We'll walk you through all our processes. We'll get you set up in a workshop if it makes sense. And we can start focusing. And in 2 short months, you could be up there in revenue. So appreciate the time. Thanks for watching the video. And I'll catch you later.